How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech. Now, Corsair has just released their all-new M65 RGB Elite gaming mouse at CES 2019. The Elite still features the same design as the previous M65 mice, but it's lighter, has an improved design, and an all-new Pixart PMW3391 sensor. Now, you will be able to pick up the new Elite for $60 or 1,000 Rand on Rebeltech here in South Africa, with the previous model retailing for pretty much the exact same price if there's no discount on it. For those who are new to the M65 mice, you get a rather large body with a smooth plastic top, a rough plastic side, and then an aluminum frame. Moving to the left side, you get more of a rougher surface for grip and still get the iconic sniper button, two thumb buttons, and then a larger thumb rest. For the side buttons, they are much closer together than the previous version for a quicker use, and also the thumb buttons do appear to be a bit larger. All three of the buttons has a nice snappy click to them. However, the sniper button does require a bit more pressure because your thumb will be resting on top of it most of the time, so an accidental press is not as likely. As for the thumb rest, it has more of an outward curves than the previous version, which I did found to be more comfortable. On the opposite side, you get the same rougher plastic for grip with a slight curve towards the middle and to the back. Finger placement was comfortable with a lot of space, whether you want to rest your fingers on the side or more upwards to the top of the mouse. Because of how wide the M65 mice are, they are more aimed for palm or claw style grips. They do still work for fingertip style grips, they're just not as comfortable. Moving on to the left and the right mouse buttons, they feature ARM switches with a lifespan of 50 million clicks, but I did unfortunately have a problem with them. Now, I'm not exactly sure if it's just my sample or if people wanted it this way, but I did find that both the left and the right mouse buttons did have way too much travel before it hit the actuation point. This makes it less snappy and it does require more force to press down. And if you do have larger hands and by chance press more to the front of the mouse, you might not even register some of the clicks. I will say, however, that this was more of an issue outside of gaming, with me not really having that issue of unresponsive clicks in games. This is most likely due to me pressing really hard in games, especially in like first-person shooters where the adrenaline is pumping and everything, but it might be an issue for other users who don't really press their buttons as hard as I do. But now, moving on to the scroll wheel, you do get a smooth rubber grip with a nice short step scroll. It also does have some RGB illumination on the sides, which of course we do need in now 2019. Now, just behind the scroll wheel, you get the two DPI buttons for up and down that allows you to cycle through the 5 DPI levels, each with their own set of colors, so you do know on which DPI level you are on. Taking a look underneath the Elite, you do get a 5 PTFE glide pads that delivers a smooth glide, the all-new PWM3391 optical sensor with a max DPI of 18,000, and then 3 screw-out weights. For these weights, each one weighs around 6 grams, which allows you to adjust the center of gravity for the mouse and then also bring the mouse's weight from 99 grams up to 119 grams. So if you do want the lightest mouse possible, just remove all 3 of those screws with the weights. You also don't have to screw in the screws back again after removing the weights. You can just leave them somewhere, hopefully somewhere safe so you don't lose them, and then just use it like that. Now, getting into the new 3391 sensor, this is Corsair's new sensor based off the very popular PixArt PMW3389 sensor. So you are getting a top-notch performing sensor with, again, a max DPI of 18,000, IPS of 400, and a max polling rate of 1000 Hz, and then also a max lift-off distance of only 1 DVD. Gaming with the M65 Elite was great with the new sensor, giving no troubles at all, like any rollouts, jitters, or a lag. So Corsair does really have a winner sensor here, and I do hope to see it in more of their gaming mouse in the future. Then just quickly for the cable, it is a braided fiber, has a length of 1.8 meters, and is easy to bend for cable management or not to hook onto anything. Then just finally for the iQ software, you can do all of the usual stuff like assign different commands to each of the buttons, except for the left mouse button, create your own macros, launch programs, and more. Then you do also get your DPI settings where you can adjust the DPI speeds for the 5 levels along with the sniper button, and then also assign different colors to each of them. Then for lighting, you do have a bunch of effects and colors to choose from. Again, Corsair has a bunch of them, and you are able to link all of your Corsair RGB products together for an awesome lighting effect, whether it's your fans, your keyboard, mouse, anything. It just looks awesome. Then a new tab you get is the surface calibration, where you have to keep your mouse speed inside the green bar, which will just give you optimal tracking on the surface you're on. So in conclusion, the new M65 Elite from Corsair is a great upgrade to the previous M65 Pro and normal M65. The new sensor, tighter group side buttons, and the wider thumb rest really makes it much better than the previous models. The only thing again that I didn't like that much was the travel distance for the left and right mouse buttons, but again, this might just be a problem with my model, so hopefully it's not with all of them, and maybe there's a quick fix to that, so hopefully Corsair will be able to sort that out. But other than that, if somebody is looking for a wide, large mouse with plenty of side buttons and a great sensor, this new M65 Elite is going to be a great option for them to go for. So a big thanks to Corsair for sending this one out for review. If you guys want to pick one up for yourself, I will leave links in the video description where you can pick it up on Rebeltech if you live in South Africa, or Amazon if you live overseas. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and comment like always. And then I will check all of you guys next time. Cheers, guys.